All right, here you go. So these are orange trees right here, and here those Sumatras. And then I just use the blueberries like a hedge, so you don't walk off the edge. Just safety. And then I brought out the umbrella and all that, cleaned that all up yesterday. Painted the base black. Brought these shelves that we had at the old house next to the aquarium that had plants and all kinds of knickknacks on them. Brought those out, haven't done anything with them. Set up fans on smart switches so I can just turn them off, on and off with my phone. Oh. My tomatoes are getting big, starting to flower. So I made this cage first, round one. Too much pain in the ass to install, so I decided to change, go with these stakes. And that's still pretty sturdy. I may have to add another stake. Those are habanero peppers. And all the wildflowers in these pots are doing really good. You got zinnias, cosmos. And I don't know what this is, but there's one that's about to bloom out front. It's got a huge flower head on it. So those are doing pretty good. I just brought some plants out here. Might have to repot some of these peppers. These are zinnias with peppers. More peppers. This is a gardenia. Once that starts blooming, I'll bring it out front. My orange tree. Trying to remember where that big one is that's about to bloom. Oh, it's out here. That's right. And Chinese chestnuts. Yeah, see, look at the flower head on that one. So we'll see. I don't know. A few cosmos are going off. These, I don't know why these pots, but they're not growing as fast as some of the other ones. So I think what I'm going to do is start fertilizing. I'll use this stinky fertilizer right there that I get out of here, which is just covered in yuck. These are all elderberries. I need to find a place for all this stuff. My comfrey's should be in the ground because those roots I heard can go down 10 feet. And then I repotted these oxalis that I got from the store. However, these are like a darker, like brownish red, whereas the one up front is just purple. Oh, and somebody gave me these. These are thornless blackberries. Little Italian parsley. Peach tree I got for free. Apple tree I got for free. But you can see how the melon, and then this leaf right here, that's butternut squash. And there's all kinds of mixed in here. There's beans, these bush beans, and sunflowers. You can see them sticking up above everything. And then there's my fig tree that's doing amazing. And this oak tree I dug up out of the ground. Probably need to get that water sucker out of there. Oh, and then here's what I was talking about. So these are my new branches. So I just left the thing on the ground, and I did it on wood that's like this first year growth. So we'll see how that goes. I'll know in about 24 hours if the thing's like are totally wilted. And here's some volunteer tomatoes that came up. More zinnias. Some kind of melon. I can't remember what this is. Oh, it's starting to bloom. These are all bush beans right here with a few tomatoes. I can't remember. I think these are they're like cherry tomatoes. And this potato, look at the potato sticking out of the ground. I gotta harvest that. I need to dig that one up. Like most of them are probably ready to harvest right now. And I need to cover that up so the sunlight doesn't get to it. I'll throw some straw on it. And this thing's doing really good since I mulched around it, and I've been But I noticed it had a little bit of leaf burn, so it might have got a little too much of something. But it's only on one of the branches. But the rest of it's doing really good. There we go. Cover up those potatoes. You can see how much thicker this has gotten. There we go. All right, temporary. Oh, there's more mulberry. Yeah, there's a mulberry right there. This is the one you want, this little black one. There you go. There's a few right there. Next year I should get a bumper crop. Oh, those are good. I'm letting all the spinach go to seed. No, more peppers. More melon. There's a beet right there. There's another melon. I think these are from delicata squash seeds I saved. These are the wild lettuce. I've been planting them around. There's more, whatever it is. My garlic's doing good. More wild lettuce. More melon coming up. But we'll see, because usually what happens, you plant the melons in the spring, and this cane borer that gets into their stem, their main stem, goes down the stem, and they end up drying out. Here's a cabbage. Another cabbage. More of that squash. These cabbages get eaten alive. Well, this one seems to be doing okay. All right. I think this is like cantaloupe. Got. You can see like the straw that went to seed has gotten pretty big. But this is pretty cool. There's so many fruits on this thing. They're just like all over. Like this one branch I got my hand on. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 fruits on it. I might have to thin it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that. I don't think I will this year. I'll do it next year. There's a big old wild lettuce. More of those things. Let's see what else we got. Oh, even more tomatoes. I forgot. I just supported these the other day because I think they're indeterminate. They just keep growing and growing and growing. So eventually I'll cut the top out. Same thing, I did that cage. Put the stakes down there, just kind of hold it. Some lettuce I brought home, it's already bolting. Anyways, look at this comfrey. Look at the size of this leaf. This is huge. This is why, because this one's in a much bigger pot. This coleus that came up from seed. There's another one that came up, I dug up and moved. There's more right there. So I'm encouraging those. These I bought at the store. It's my Japanese maple. When we moved in, they left behind an olive tree. A friend of mine gave me a housewarming gift. That's another olive tree. And then, remember this little experiment where I threw down all that compost and horse manure and sand and cardboard? This pepper plant, this is like its 3rd year. It's crazy. You can see the tall ones are the zinnias. There's a lot of clover in there. There's California poppy too, I know that, I can see it. And I think these are weeds that came up. But I don't want to pull all these yet, but I think that's a weed. So that's California poppy, zinnias. What else we got? Oh, my pincer plants seems to be doing pretty good. Or whatever you call this thing. It's got some fruits, okay. Oh, this thing, the blooms are starting to die on it. My Hoya. Oh, well, wasn't its glory for a while there. This thing's really happy since I repotted it and brought it out. It's doing really good. These pots right here I need to do something with. Right now they've got this stuff called cucamelon. However, these cucamelons are really good. They're like little tiny, they taste like a melon and a cucumber mixed. I could find a tomato cage, I could put a tomato cage over it and wind it on a tomato cage. And it's starting to fruit, so. And that straw just takes off. But mixed in there are zinnias. Because I threw that wildflower seed in here, but it seems to have smothered out a lot of it. Even the clover got smothered out by the straw. More zinnia. Here's my fucking monstrosity at the moment. And then these are all wildflower seeds I planted. And in there are supposed to be some caladiums, that's what they're called. But I haven't seen one of them pop up yet. But they need about 80 degrees to really start going. The weed. There's a canna, small spider plant. And I got more in here. Those caladiums should start popping up any time. Hopefully I didn't put them in too soon. They rotted. I don't see one. There's some kind of wildflower. It's like tiny little cosmos. Oh, and there's the bees. Look how happy they are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that towel. They're gonna have to move to a different spot. Look at that, it's a weed, but it's an oak. Look at that, you can see the oak seed right there. Yeah, I threw some caladiums in here. This should get warmer faster, but not one has popped up. Huh, well, we'll see. Anyways, I think that's about it. But over there is doing really good. It's been a lot of fun. And I still have all this room I can plant along here. I need to cap off some of these irrigation heads because I probably won't use them. And I like the front, it looks pretty cool. So as soon as we build a fence from this corner up to there, then the back corner of this house, I'll just run it over to that fence line with this. I'll just reuse this. What are you goofballs doing? What are you guys doing? Ruby, Romeo. And I planted these, what are these? Those are crimson clover. I planted those by seed. And there's quite a bit of fruit on these Sumatra oranges. Whoop. Now, I think there's too many fruits for the amount of leaves there is. I don't know if it's going to be able to get enough sugars. But look at my blueberries. I mean, just loaded. But I'm afraid that the birds are going to find them here. So I might bring them all the way up here and see how that goes. If I still have a problem with birds, I'll come up with something. I'll hide them behind that and put a screen up of some kind. I mean, look at this branch right there. It's just loaded. This thing's really big. This one's a Delight blueberry. Delight. Yeah, I got like 6 different varieties. And I really can't tell the difference. You know, it's a bright well. I mean, that's a Chaucer. But, like this one doesn't have a lot on it. So, what these two do, they're different varieties. But that's my temporary hedge so you don't walk off. Now, I like my little temporary garden over here. I mean, but this oxalis is amazing. Look at that purple. Like, I'm going to divide that this fall. Once it burns out from the heat and dies back, I'll dig it up and I'll divide it and repot it in some more pots. And there's my cactuses. Christmas cactuses. That's another one of those. What do they call those? This is like a Filipino orange tree. This is a bonsai that Heidi brought home from Costco like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I swear it's the same size as it's always been. But it's pretty cool. I've been keeping it alive. Anyways, here's the new decor. Bye now.